She's not what you'd expect. She's tough and feisty, but gentle and tender. She makes millions and gives millions to the poor. She cries, she laughs, she teaches, she comforts. This is the Dani Johnson Show.
Welcome to the Dani Johnson Show. Hi, I'm Dani Johnson. Thanks so much for joining us today. Did you know that Americans are spending $3.4 trillion on medical care yearly? That's nuts. In fact, check this out. The average American family is spending close to $10,000 a year just for health coverage alone. That does not include, by the way, co-pays and deductibles. People are actually turning to alternative health care or alternative health measures to be able to provide good health for their families. Now, by the way, that was CNBC that gave us that statistic, $10,000 a year. I remember many, many years ago, my husband and I were spending $1,200 a month for insurance. As we were entrepreneurs, we were business owners, right? We had 4 kids at the time and 2 adults, and it costed us $1,200 a month for insurance for our family. And I remember us adding that up at the end of the year going, this is nuts. And we had done this for several years before we realized we never went to the doctor. In fact, we were big on alternative health care, but yet we still had this insurance and we never used it. Like it absolutely was not necessary, sadly, but here we're paying just in case. So I don't know what you're doing as far as if you're one of those families that's paying $10,000 a year for healthcare, or have you found other ways to take care of the medical issues or the health issues? Do you believe in preventative health? Do you believe in nutritionals and supplements or essential oils or whatever it is? We want to know what you are doing to combat this ridiculous cost of insurance today. I got to tell you, I run a couple of different businesses. One business that's very, very small, and one that's, mid-size with 30 employees, and another one that has 2 employees. And I've been blown away that when I saw the insurance monthly bill for just 2 employees, are you ready for this? $5,000 a month. Over $5,000 a month for 2 employees to have insurance. And that was with them contributing into the pot for their insurance. Hello? $5,000 a month. That's $60,000 a year. Now, one of them just had a baby, so that kind of makes sense for that. But the other one didn't just have a baby. They're done having babies. But I mean, think about that. This is like ridiculous. If you really think about it, what we're spending out there for medical, for insurance, and what is it really providing for us? Is there a good way to go about getting good health without going that direction? I want to know what you have to say about it. I want to know what you think. I know what we did and what we do, but I want to hear about you. What are some ways that you have found to be able to save money in these ways? So we've got Joy from Virginia Beach, who has an answer for these crazy healthcare costs. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. Crazy. Okay, so Joy, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. So what about you? What do you do for healthcare, or are you spending $10,000 a year for insurance?
Well, my husband is active duty Navy, and so unfortunately we have no choice but to spend the money on insurance, health insurance.
Wait a second. Wait. Time out, because I don't think most people know this. People assume that your husband's in the Navy, which means he gets free health care from the government, right?
Well, that's what people think, but we do have it deducted from our pay stub every month.
How much?
It's $1,200 a month for a family of 4, and it is
on a military salary. On a military salary, they are deducting $1,200 a month.
Yes, and it's not an option. So that's the frustrating part, because we don't use what they consider health care. We don't use that, but we still have to pay into it and have it.
Wow.
Yes.
This is wrong.
Absolutely.
$1,200 a month is a house payment. Actually, it's 2 house payments depending on where you live.
Right. Absolutely. Well, my husband and I, what's very frustrating is usually they don't have answers for us. It seems like a runaround system where we're, if there is a problem, they want to hear about our vaccination schedule or if we've had our flu shot. and they're never able to get down to the bottom of what's going on. So my husband and I, 11 years ago, have researched several different companies and health options, and we found a plant-based system that's built on cleansing the toxins out of your body, balancing the pH level, and building your body up with good nutrition. And that has been key for our health.
Wow. That is amazing. I'm like, my jaw is like, I'm picking it up off the floor. This is ridiculous. No, I mean, this just makes me so mad, and I'm going to tell you why. You are a military family. Your husband risks his life for the freedoms of the nation, and they are forcing. You do not have the freedom to say, no, thank you. I don't want to pay $1,200 a month for insurance that I do not use. I'd rather have the freedom to use that $1,200 a month maybe to invest into some rental properties, or to invest in a savings account for our future. Maybe college education for my kids in the future wedding that we might have to provide for our daughter. We much rather secure ourselves financially on a military income. But instead, okay, so he's fighting for the freedoms of the nation, and yet they do not let him freely make a choice as to whether or not he's going to participate with their government insurance.
Exactly.
This makes me sick to my stomach.
It's ridiculous.
It is. This is supposed to be the land of the free and the home of the brave, and your husband is brave and freely enrolled himself into the military, and they are, in a communistic way, forcing him to use something that is not beneficial to the family.
Right.
It's disgusting.
I totally agree.
Wow. That, to me, is robbing people of their legacy and robbing people of the wealth they could be developing for them and their family, the inheritance they could be leaving behind for their children. That's our government. That's our government. That's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I'm proud of you, though, because look at the option. To me, when you're saying this, they're really interested in whether or not we're vaccinating our kids. They're really interested if we're making sure we're getting the flu shot. This sounds like a money game to me.
Absolutely, it is. I mean, every time I go in for the simplest of things, they want to send me out with 3 to 5 prescription medications, and they don't even know the full picture of what's going on. So it's horrible.
It sounds like a money scam. It sounds like a money scam to me. This is disgusting. Joy, I am so joyful that you have taken your own health into your own hands, and you found other alternative measures to take care of you and your family. And I'm really sorry that this is how the government treats you guys. This is Dani Johnson. We'll continue with more alternative health measures right after this.
Did you know you can see Dani Johnson live and in person? Go to DaniJohnson.com and find out about our next live event. First steps to success, register today. Call 866-760-8255 or go to DaniJohnson.com/FSTS. Did you know you can take The Dani Johnson Show with you wherever you go? It's never been easier to stay up to date with the latest content from Dani with the DaniJohnson.com app. Watch or listen in the car, at the gym, or on the go. Download it now from the App Store and Google Play and never miss a show again. Your family, business, and bank account will thank you. And now, back to the Dani Johnson Show.
Rising healthcare costs. Insurance, ridiculously out of control. And the service is even less. We're paying more, but getting less. And this is why, according to a recent survey by the National Health Interview Survey, that 50% of Americans are saying, I'm finding my own way for health. I'm using alternative health measures. I am tired of this government racket that is taking place, that is literally robbing the people of their future legacy. They're robbing the people of the wealth. They are robbing the people, they're robbing the kids of the future chance to go to college without debt. They literally are robbing the families with this pressure for this healthcare that's outrageously expensive. I run a couple of companies. I don't even want to talk about how much I pay in healthcare for our people. And sadly, most of them don't even need it or use it. Why? Because they're not sick all the time. And some of them believe in health and taking better care of themselves. And so some of the different ways of taking better care of your health, we have listed. Acupuncture. Some people are doing acupuncture, yoga, essential oils, herbal drinks, chiropractors, a better diet. Oh, wow, imagine that, right? Your diet controls everything, absolutely everything. We have a client who recently has lost 100 pounds, okay? She had cancer, she had diabetes, she had something going on with her bowels, irritable bowel, whatever that is, right? It's all gone. It's all gone. Like her whole body is completely healed. Why? She's working out. She's eating right. She's lost 100 pounds. And not only that, this woman looks 30 years younger. She looks hot and sexy. And this is a grandma. I'm a grandma too. But I'm just saying that she looks amazing, absolutely amazing, and was a very obese woman her entire life who raised an obese daughter. And both of these two have lost a tremendous amount of weight and now are healthy. So we've got Janina calling in from Australia. Who, if I can open it, there we go. Janina from Australia. Janina, tell us, what is your way of health? How do you take care of this? Do you get involved in with your government? You're in Australia, so your government providing, healthcare, or do you do a different route?
Well, thank you for having me on the show today. Australia does have a pretty good public health system, but that's because we've got really high taxes that pay for that.
Yeah.
But on the backside of that is a really long waiting list for anything that you need. I lived in the States for many years, and I actually got introduced to the health and wellness industry in America, and it has been a game changer for our whole family. Just starting with that, how it got started. I got started because of weight issues, so I took control of my own health on that aspect. And then I had a son who people started suggesting that he should be put on Ritalin. He was in pre-K. He was in what was it? Not even pre-K. What's the one below that?
Whatever.
Whatever. Real preschool, whatever. And they were hinting that he should be put on Ritalin. And thankfully, I'd seen a friend who'd had a bad experience with their child with Ritalin.
Yep.
And I was like, no. So I started really researching Rabbi Google and books and doing my own research. And I started reading labels and really doing what I could do to help my son naturally through herbal tinctures, vitamins, his diet. I used Grooming the Next Generation to understand his personality and to direct him with his personality alongside this. And now we've continued over the years. He's now 17, going on 18 years old. He has his own business, and he has never been medicated. We're right now, for the last 10 or so years, we've been in an essential oil-based company, and we've treated everything. In the last couple of years, our youngest son is more prone to be if people know that your show, he's a Pearl, so he's more prone to worry, anxiety, fear, and more concerned things. And we use natural remedies to help his brain, support his brain through this very troubled time. We use prayer. We use Grooming the Next Generation for Success. We paid personally for Christian counseling for him because of course ours didn't cover it. And he's a fireball now. He's playing AFL Australian football now. He's gone from fearful of bugs and flies to he's a footballer now.
Wow.
And we've done all of this through prayer, through your training, through natural therapy, so it can be done.
Yes.
And not only does it save us money, it saves us time with being on waiting lists, switching from doctor to doctor. We've avoided prescriptions which jack up your system. I had an adverse reaction to a prescription that nearly gave me a heart attack. And this interesting part, in your paperwork, I relate completely to Joy, as I was a military wife.
Yeah.
In your paperwork, you fill in, you have history of heart attack and stroke. I have history of heart attack and stroke. In that medication, I shouldn't have been given it because it says if you have a history of heart attack and stroke, don't give this medicine. And the doctor gave me the medicine, which could have killed me.
Wow.
And nearly killed me. Whilst my husband was on deployment, what do you do with that? Mum dies and 4 kids are left by themselves.
Oh, I got chills all over my whole body.
So this is, I started with a vengeance of just to protect my own health and to protect my children.
Yes.
And my husband's a paramedic, and he fully supports this lifestyle. He has never taken a sick day from work because of not natural therapies and natural treatments. We also it helps also because he was a combat Marine before he became a paramedic. It also helps with his own emotional distress, and that from multiple combat tours. Wow. So it's a worthy investment. The best part is many of the health and wellness companies that are out there, which I highly recommend anyone research. Yep. The benefit is you can turn around and get paid to be healthy.
It's true. It's true. It's
you
absolutely
can get paid
true.
To be healthy. Yep. Help other people.
Yes.
It's such a great privilege to have that power, that you're empowered as a person, empowered as a parent.
Yep.
That you can get paid to be healthy.
Yep. And paid to help other people get healthy too. Janina, thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much. There are all of those alternative measures. There really is. I actually got started in the health and wellness industry 27 years ago, and it was a game changer. Actually, I started in the environmental industry 30 years ago. It was a game changer for me. I will not drink tap water. I will not. And I will not put drugs in my body. I will not. I have done what Janina is talking about, and there are alternative measures. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Be mindful and protect your family. This is Dani Johnson. We'll continue with more right after this.
Got my first big corporate America job that we were told we were supposed to do. But I had a problem. Within the first couple weeks, I found myself crying every single day after work. I thought I was going to get fired. I was on a path to financial destruction, and I had no idea how to communicate with my family or my boss. Within the very first 6 months of plugging into DaniJohnson.com, War on Debt, and First Steps to Success, I annihilated $2,500. And, weird pause. I also increased my value so much by applying First Steps to Success and what you're about to learn right now, GEMS, that I was offered a promotion, and I received a 10% increase in my pay. When I did decide to leave, the business, I became so valuable, the CEO pulled me aside into his office for a private one-on-one meeting, asking me what they could do to keep me. Not only that, since then, I've just started, through War on Debt, I'm hosting War on Debt weekly classes. I'm facilitating War on Debt webinars. I'm living life by design, not by default, like the rest of my other friends who are stuck in debt in their 20s. And not only that, I'm going to Thailand for the 3rd time this November. I'm working with women and children rescued from the sex trafficking. So I don't know about you, but all I know is if you want to have better relationships with your friends and family, you want to increase your value at your work, you want to expand and grow your business, get more done in less time, I urge you, sit on your seats, pull out your pen and paper, turn off your phone, lean forward and hold on to every single word that Dani says, because this will change your life.
Prior to plugging into First Steps to Success, I was a depressed, hopeless, suicidal drug addict. I had no vision for my life. I absolutely hated people, hated myself. I felt shackled by my debt, and I had toxic relationships. Since plugging in, I've been drug-free for almost 18 months. I paid off nearly $14,000 worth of debt in 14 months. I have completely restored my relationships with my friends and my family. I have a vision for my life now, and I'm actually live and not exist anymore. So I don't know if you have debt or not, or if your life's going perfectly the way you want it to go. But if not, I highly recommend you get registered today for the next First Steps to Success.
Prior to plugging into DaniJohnson.com, we were just lost. We had no hope and light at the end of the tunnel, and we were drowning in debt. After coming to First Steps to Success and plugging into DaniJohnson.com, our income has doubled. We have paid off over $76,000 of debt in just 45 months. My husband and my communication skills have just raised us through the roof, and my husband has cut back his hours, making more income. If you want results like these, you better get to First Steps to Success.
I have been plugging into Dani Johnson for the last 8 years, believe it or not. And people say, why so long? Well, because there's a lot to do in life, and it has changed every area of my life. My business has exploded, my spiritual life has been unmatched, and my relationship with my wife and my family has just been fantastic. We've paid off over $200,000 of debt in just 2 years. We're debt-free, and I just could not be happier. But if you want to change any area of your life, whether it's your business, your marriage, your relationship with your kids, your financial situation, or getting out of debt, or your spiritual life, I would tell you, you cannot afford to miss First Steps to Success. It has just been a blessing to me and my family. So I really invite you to just get online and get your ticket to the next First Steps to Success. Thank you very much.
What multimillionaire do you know that volunteers their time to help ordinary people like you and me? There's only one. This is the Dani Johnson Show.
You're either going to put yourself in the hands of doctors in our current healthcare system that doesn't have a really good track record. I don't know if you know this, but the 5th cause of death in the United States is medical. Yes, medical, no, meaning that it's the doctors. It's our medical, it's the prescriptions, it's the wrong decimal point in the wrong place. You understand? We're not talking about natural. We're talking about the care in which somebody is receiving is causing death. Okay? Stroke, heart disease, and cancer are the top 3, right? Those are all preventable. But then, the next part is that, the mistakes that a doctor makes. You got to be awake and alive, friend. You can't just put all your trust in that system. There's other natural ways to approach your health, and most importantly for your family to approach theirs. We've got Julie from California. Julie, what alternative health measures do you take for your entire family?
Well, first of all, in 2005, I was given the anthrax shot. I was in the Air Force, and ever since then, I've been having problems left and right. My vision went from being just I have to wear glasses and contacts to I cannot wear contacts, period. I have to wear special glasses that have prisms in it because now I have double vision because of the anthrax vaccine.
Oh my gosh.
I was getting migraines. I have back spasms. I was getting real fatigue problems. So after my own personal research, I found out that all of those symptoms are related to multiple sclerosis, which is my grandmother had that.
Oh my gosh. So is it because of the anthrax, or is it because of a hereditary thing of?
because of the anthrax. Something with the anthrax triggered it inside of me.
Oh my gosh, Julie! And you said you were in the military?
Yeah.
Look, you sacrificed your life. You put your life on the line to serve our nation. And for freedom, right? For the freedom of the nation. And they forced you to take the anthrax vaccination?
Right.
That's not freedom.
It wasn't. I mean, I had to get the flu shot every year. I had to do this. I had to get that shot. I had to get that shot. I had to whatever. But after I got the anthrax vaccine with all I nearly died.
Oh my gosh.
I literally was laid up on my couch for 3 weeks because of it. Wow. So they made sure that I don't get any more shots. That it's a series of 6 shots. I only got 1. So if I had gotten any more, I wouldn't be here today. Wow. But because of all that, and because all the tests that they have done for me, see, I have all these symptoms, but whenever they do tests, they've done an ultrasound on my carotid arteries, they've done blood work, they've done any kind of blood work you can imagine. They can't find any proof of the symptoms. They know they're there because whatever they've done to help me get past the problems, like with my vision, it fixes it. Wow. But they don't know why it's there.
Sounds to me like you're a case study, Julie. Sounds to me like you're a case study. I'm serious. It sounds like to me you've been treated like a lab rat. So what type of alternative health measures have you done to be able to help you combat this anthrax vaccination that you got that nearly killed you?
Well, I've tried a lot of things. I've tried essential oils. I've tried, well, essential oils is really the main thing I tried prior to what I'm on now. Mm-hmm. I found this company that specializes in electrolyzed reduced water. It's a water ionizer system. Mm-hmm. What it does is it my 1-year-old.
It's okay.
What it does is it will actually charge the water out of my tap.
Yep.
To make it alkaline, so that it takes all the bad stuff out of it and gives me all the good stuff like the magnesium, the potassium. And all
so
the
what's
stuff
happened? Have you had an improvement in your health as a direct result of cleaner water?
It hasn't really quote cured anything,
right?
But it's stopped. It's like stopped it in its tracks.
Really?
Like right, because my vision was progressing so bad that I am literally one prescription away from having to have surgery.
Wow.
Because there's like nothing past where I am. And I've been drinking the water for 2 years. I've had the same glasses prescription for 2 years.
And that's an improvement. So it hasn't decreased even more. So your eyes have stabilized. Has there been any other of your symptoms that have stabilized as a direct result of changing the quality of water you're drinking?
I don't have the migraines anymore. I don't have the spasms anymore. So
that's life changing.
My husband,
girl, that's life changing.
It is.
That really is. That's straight up life changing.
My husband, we've been together for 10 years, and my husband was unable to have children because of his prostate. We've been drinking the water for 2 years. We have a 1-year-old.
There's a baby screaming in the background. Oh my gosh. Julie, I got 2 things to say to you. Number 1, I am so sorry that our government has forced you. You are fighting for the free and the freedoms of a nation, yet they forced you to do things that were bad for your health. And taking a shot of anthrax that nearly killed you. I'm so proud of you for being an overcomer. I'm so proud of you for looking out for alternative measures. I'm so excited that the water ionizer has helped your husband produce a child inside of you. That's exciting. Congratulations. I'm excited that your migraines have stopped, that your prescription has no longer progressed in a negative place, but that you have stabilized, that you don't have the back pain anymore, and that you don't have the spasms anymore. It is amazing all that is out there that is available to all of us that can change our entire life. So as you just heard today, water, nutrition, essential oils, so many different other avenues that are available that I think we all need to look into. This is Dani Johnson. We're about helping you save money and find other ways to take care of you and your family. Hopefully you learned something today. God bless you. Thanks so much for joining us. Bye-bye.